Alright everybody, it's me again, that crazy guy with the lazy eye with HemetInews.com, and today we're over here giving you some good news. Everybody always wanting, instead of having bad news in the community, we're going to bring you some good news today. I'm here with Captain Brock here with Hemet Police Department, and they actually came up with something new that they designed for the community to network the Hemet Police Department with the community and the community with Hemet Police Department. So I'm going to turn it over to Captain Brock and kind of ask him a few questions as far as what is this you have up your sleeve here that you've actually provided here for our community.
Well, thanks for coming, Eddie. I appreciate you giving us an opportunity to let the public know about the Hemet Police Department app that will be released this afternoon. It'll be available on both the App Store, on Apple and OIS devices, and also Google Play for Android.
Cool. So everybody can use this.
So, kind of the history behind it, back in 2015, we launched our strategic plan for the police department. And one of the things that we identified was the need to leverage emerging technology to give our public in our community better access to the police department. This goes a long way to do just that. So, on the app, it will allow you to do a lot of things that traditionally you might have to wait for an officer to respond. And while we try to get the calls quickly all the time, there are times that our calls are delayed depending on what's going on in the city.
Right.
This app will help you get some simple things done without having to wait for that officer to arrive.
Okay. And what all features does this app have?
So this app will give people in our community the ability to directly access our police department without having to wait for an officer for simple things. For example, if you just need to contact an officer, you can select the Contact Us icon. It'll give you the address, the phone number of the police department. If I'm looking for a specific person, I can look at the directory. And there I am. I can select my direct line. And from here, I can either place a phone call or send an email, and I don't have to click any other buttons. If it were an emergency, I could click 911, and it'll call our dispatch center. You can make a police report online. By selecting the online police report, it'll bring you to our online system where you can make a report for harassing phone calls, hit and runs, lost property, and thefts, vandalism, vehicle burglary. As an example, if I select harassing phone calls, I have to wait for our internet to catch up. I can begin to make the report from here. Once you complete this, it comes to our officers, we review the report, we'll contact you if we need any additional information, and then we go from there. You can report an issue. So right now we have two different ways that you can do it. You can do it by including contact information, or you can make an anonymous tip. Everything you do on this is anonymous unless you decide to release your information. If I do include contact information, up at the top it's asking me what do I want to report. Right now we have abandoned vehicles, graffiti, or homeless issues. Fill out the information. I can even upload a photo of what I'm talking about, hit send, and it goes directly to our department where we can begin to respond. All without you having to call us. You can do it on your time at your convenience. We have our community crime map, where you can click on there and you can see where the crimes are reported just like you can on your computer. I'd warn you that it doesn't come up really well on a cell phone because it's got a small screen and all the little icons tend to bunch up, but you still have the ability there. One of the things that I'm excited about this is our property inventory. Unfortunately, when someone comes in and they break into your home, you don't always remember to write down the serial number of your television or your radio or any other property that's inside your house, and those serial numbers are very important for us to get the property back to the rightful owner. So with our property inventory, I can add an item, the serial number, and a photograph, and it saves to my phone. If unfortunately my house was ever broken into and these items were stolen, I can click send an email to the officer that's taking a report, and it will send the entire inventory list with the photos and the serial numbers of everything that was taken. And I don't have to send all my property. I can send this was taken, this was taken, this was taken, and leave the things out that were still there. It's just a way to help better protect yourself. So that's our property inventory function. We also have a calendar of upcoming events, a location finder, where if quite often we get calls from cell phones and the people won't know where they're at. I don't know the address. You can click the location finder and it will give you a pretty good location of where you're at as far as the street address goes. It's pretty close within the 100 block. It's close enough to get our officers to you, should you need assistance. We've got information related to shelters in town. We're still building on this, so if anybody goes through our app and finds information that you would like on there, please send me an email address. You download the app. You can find my contact information in the app. And let me know what you'd like to see in there. Unlike apps where most apps you have to wait for them to update, if you give me information you want in the app, I put it in there, it updates instantly. You don't have to wait. Within a couple of seconds, it's automatically available. You can see some of our open cases. You can register your bicycle. This is another big one. If your bicycle gets stolen, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know the serial number of my bicycle, and I probably should. What you can do is you can use this app to send us information about your bicycle. We will put it into our system. So if your bicycle was ever stolen, just with your name, I can find that information, and again, it will help officers not only find it, but also return it to you. Vacation checks. If you're going on vacation, you can request some of our volunteers to make rounds on your house while you're gone to check on things. It's a service that we've offered for a long time, but being able to do it on your smartphone is just another extension to make us more easily accessible to the public. Exchange of information at TCs. I don't think that it's any secret that we have a lot of traffic collisions in Hemet. A lot of traffic collisions don't require police to respond. All you need to do is, so long as no one's injured, is exchange your information as required by law and go about your business. I can tell you that I've been in traffic collisions, and even as a police officer, you get so shaken up that sometimes you forget what information you're supposed to get, and you get home and you think, man, I forgot to get the phone number, or I should have gotten this. Well, if you open up the exchange of information app, it lets you know this isn't a police report. None of this information is being transferred to the police department. This is for you and you alone. You can enter the information about the collision. You can even take pictures of the other person's driver's license, their registration, their insurance information, pictures of the damage. And then at the very end, you enter your email address and hit submit, and all that information gets emailed to you. The pictures, all the information that you entered. Again, it doesn't go to the police department, but at least you have it for your records. That permit, Hemet Municipal Code, you can click on it, you can look up all the codes in the city. And then the last one is another way to report an abandoned vehicle. This is probably the better one because you can provide a little bit more information and also update the, put a picture of the vehicle in as well. So again, this is the initial launch of our app. There's a lot of functionality here. We're always looking to add more. I do want to point out that this app was made possible by a very generous donation from the Patel family. Unfortunately, Mr. Patel passed away here recently, but before he passed away, him and his family made a donation to the Hemet Police Department that we've been able to use to fund this application. One last thing I forgot to point out are and lastly, only available on our app is the Hemet Police Department newsletter. If you'll notice the envelope with the blue newsletter icon, you can click there. It's our Measure You newsletter. What's new with Measure You? I know everybody's interested. Right now, this newsletter is only available on the app. We're going to try to make it available on our website as well. But if you download the app today, you can check it out. This is our April edition. This is an introductory edition that's going to introduce you to the different bureaus within the police department, both on the operations and the support side. And we're working on our May issue. This will be a monthly update, and you'll find a lot of good information in there. Okay. Again, if you're interested in downloading our app for iOS devices, you can go to the App Store and search the Hemet Police Department. And for Android devices, you can go to Google Play and search Hemet Police Department. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
And that's Captain Brock's story, folks, and he's sticking to it.